you're very obedient. You've been transferred from TV to radio. Yes. You obey the transfer orders. You're not like some people we know.
Yes.
Like I said, if you're looking for loyal people, come to here.
Yes.
We're right here.
Very.
Wherever our bosses say move, we ask how high.
Yeah.
Or how far do you want us to
go? And then move. Just like that.
Yeah, but it's been an exciting year.
It's been.
Yeah.
It's been.
Especially for you, I be in Parliament.
Yes.
It's quite an eventful one. The year that started with so much chaos, and it's practically ended with that.
Yes, it came with a bang and it's ending with a bang, right?
The Big Bang Theory.
Most definitely. And we sat here and we were talking about how people might not celebrate Christmas. And then we said, okay, so I personally said that half of Ghanaians will celebrate Christmas. They'll be happy, they'll be excited.
Exactly.
Because they have many things to look forward to, right? Half will think about as whether to celebrate or make savings. Because 4 years very far away, right? And I was looking at half. It ended up not being half.
More than half.
No, now it's like, what, 57 against 38.
So majority.
Yeah, so like majority of Ghanaians are actually celebrating.
When it comes to the Christmas celebrations, no apathy.
No, it's no apathy. It doesn't look like there's apathy. You see party here and there, December.
Dancing themselves.
That's the point.
Yeah.
And I think it even goes across not just the 57%. Some people in the 38% are also celebrating. Seriously. That's the thing, So yes, then in Parliament there's an argument. Oh yes, oh no, yeah, you can come and see Limu. Yes, there's an argument as to, like you mentioned, the micro minority, the minority, and there's lobbying. Incidentally, the NDC people are lobbying for Afinyo to be made minority leader.
The NDC
people, yes. I spoke to Abed Ibrahim, who thinks that Alexander Kwame Afeni-Markin is a born opposition leader, so he can do a better job by being made a minority leader than he did as a majority leader. That's Ahmed Ibrahim's argument. Now, Afeni is also arguing that Adam Bagbin should be retained as a Speaker of Parliament because he suspects that being the NDC for who they are, they might want to change Adam Bagbin. And he said it
for his business.
That's the question. That's the question. Yes, but per the signal we are picking, it looks like Adam Bagbin has done his past his audition, right? Whatever reservations the NDC as a party had against him, I think in the dying numbers of his tenure, he made up for it. So it looks like he will be maintained. But here's the thing: there are people who have counter-argument. People see when you become president, for even a single term, your family, the family tree itself, anybody who is connected to your family tree, everybody is satisfied one way or the other, right? So there are many who are thinking that, oh, okay, Big Bagbin has had it for 4 years.
Allow somebody to...
So that family tree can equally...
Family tree entertainment.
So the argument is there, and there's like an argument about where the incoming president is from northern part of the country, and the Bagbin is also from northern part of the country. How about give the seat to a Southerner? But then the counter argument to that counter argument is that how dare you lump every region up north as one region? So Upper West is not the same as Savannah. Neither is it the same as Northeast. Neither, even if we have to go to Rawlins's 10 regions, right? Upper West is not the same as Northern region, right? Good. So they make such argument. All well and good. But like I said, given the groundswell support that Bagbin is gathering, and the fact that he himself has said that he will not swear the controversial MPC, it's like...
And I think that's the new controversy.
And then I was like, but Bagbin, working 4 years, I'm going to be making it. But I think that it will be interesting to have Bagbin as the Speaker in the 9th
Parliament to see how he manages things, because now he has the overwhelming numbers on the side of the NDC. Even the non-North might not be heard. If he doesn't use WASC to remove whatever is in his ear, he might miss the no-no.
now they will do.
Are you guys talking? Oh,
okay.
No, he will not say, I think the eyes have it. He will not say that. The default setting is that the eyes have it. Do you have anything to say against that?
See, because NDC has a lot of numbers in the next parliament, we seem to lose sight of the fact that some of the independent MPs elect have also declared their support for the NDC.
All of them
are
going to be honest with you, all of them.
If you add their numbers to that of the NDC,
see, if the NDC is able to get its 185, right, then you add the 4, that's 189. That's almost 190 out of a 276 house. Wow. How did we get here?
But South still doesn't have a representation.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Fred Agbeno?
Oh, Fred Agbeno, yes.
Yes, Fred Agbeno won. So 170.
But why has he gone quiet?
Yeah. I think that seat was, you see, because of the iniquity that was done in the 8th Parliament, that seat was created just to be gifted to NDC. Okay. Because there are no ifs and buts. If you create such a constituency, no matter what
out of a constituency that used to be a stronghold of the NDC.
Even Amenu.
Amenu booted out.
And it's not even sexy. His loss is not even sexy. It's aware.
It's not a big deal. His supporters didn't come out to vote.
Okay.
I mean, now you look at election.
Right? That's the favorite song. Oh, your supporters didn't come out.
But your supporters will need a reason to come out. You didn't give them that reason to come out. So accept responsibility.
So, and I think when Marcus was on G today, he mentioned that it is the responsibility of the NPP to get its base to go and vote. If you fail to do that, or if your position succeeds in making your people disenchanted, it's their success. It's not yours.
There's something wrong with your campaign.
The supporters were dancing Sisifi at home.
And that's some people are saying that they should go to Kimpaluta and take some change from him. But it doesn't look like.
Are you sure they've paid him everything that he's due?
Oh, Kimpaluta will not perform for free.
Yeah, he won't.
I mean, I've heard him on platforms talking about the fact that it's his cocoa season. So
well,
I get that, but what I'm asking, if everything due him has been paid.
I'm sure. I'm sure maybe bonuses
were made.
Exactly. The bonuses will have.
So the election,
That's the point.
More bonus.
I'm just imagining something. Remember the 8th Parliament? 6th January 2021? Soldiers stormed the chamber. I'm wondering if any minister now place that call, that order that please want men in the chamber. I'm wondering how the
military will beat up that minister who gives that order. I'm telling you.
But what will you be needing the men for?
That's the point.
So anything can happen. Some have served notice that some will not be sworn in and everything.
You see? And then let's use the opportunity to educate people. Yeah, there are many people who are wondering as to whether Speaker is right in saying he will not swear people in. So that's a political decision, right?
Sure.
Right. And then that will also depend on how the legal matters are settled. Like somebody pointed out on our platform, if Professor Makokwe, Senior, was in the seat on the 6th of January 2021, right? Judge Question would not have partaken in the election of the swearing in. First of all, he would not have partaken in the swearing in. He would not have been sworn in because there are legal issues lingering on his head. But it was just that the speaker was Bagbin, and Bagbin was from the flock of the NDC.
Sure.
And with the numbers, the NDC could do what he did. Today,
and obviously it inured to their benefit.
Exactly. Today, let's just even admit that MPP is getting 91. Let's give every controversial seat to the MPP. 91. 91, we're going to fight with 185.
That's practically impossible.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then when you walk into the house and then your counterparts from the independent side say, oh, we want to go
across with this. And then, see, the NDC, what the NDC did was to go and occupy the side of the majority. What ethical right, what moral right, what political right, with a 91-member caucus, have to go and occupy the majority side. Right. So, the odds are against the NPP side. What will happen is what we have heard already. So if Bagman is maintained as a speaker, what happens is that the MPs who elect the speaker are not MPs who have been sworn in. They are just MPs elect because they qualify to be members of parliament because they have been elected by their constituent. So they will in turn elect a speaker. Once the speaker is sworn in by the Chief Justice, the speaker will then administer the oath for the members of parliament. So then parliament becomes properly constituted. They will then march to the Independence Square or the Black Star Square. We are told that place is under renovation. So it's not true that President Akufo says there's no money for inauguration of President Mahama. It's not true.
The inauguration is not being treated like WAEC. Yes.
Wait. If it was Baumia that won, would the place have been renovated by now?
Yes. No, the renovation is taking place. No, regardless of how late the renovation is, it will take place, right? Yes, but there are stories that the outgoing administration says there's no money for the inauguration, right? I've seen some people say that, and I'm saying that if the renovation going on or taking place at the Black Star Square is anything to go by, then it cannot be true that there is no money for inauguration of President Mahama. Yes, right. So, and I've heard the opposition, the incoming administration will say that if you need for them to do La Soul lie. Like
they will go and do feasibility.
And then they inauguration that. Yeah, but I'm sure our democracy has matured to the level to go above these things. There will be money. When Kosi Prempeh talked about how dark the Jubilee House was, in no time the Christmas decorations came up. Because indeed the Jubilee House was very dark. There was nothing Christmassy about the seat of government, but eventually, it was decorated. The lights came up.
You know, this Christmas has been quite an interesting one.
Very.
A friend of mine was telling me that exactly.
Because we did that. I've heard that this guy who said that his worst nightmare is
oh yeah.
The room to me, the guy from the room to me. Yeah. He's also said that you meet every people, they tell you that don't worry, it's just 4 years. It's just 4 years. He said 4 years here just. And even that, there's no guarantee that after 4 years you are coming back.
12 months.
Yeah.
If you didn't save enough, how are you going to survive in 12 months? Then another 12 months, another one.
How much is even enough? How much is enough?
Look at the cost of living across the board. It's not just in Ghana. Wherever you go to, cost of living is high now. Into imagine saying, Odo Marco International School.
No, but you really, you are very right. The reality is that some kids will have to change their schools. No two ways about that. No two ways about that. It happens, even those who are not in government, right? When there is very hard patch for you, you go through a very difficult patch. The first thing for you to do is reevaluate your life. And if there's a need for you to change the schools of your children, you do that. It's basic.
Well, you cannot say that they will go out of school.
No, they have to school.
You will have to make some adjustments here and there.
But if you serve in government as a minister, as a deputy minister, as a CEO, at least losing power should not mean that your kids should leave their school. If indeed you prepared yourself for this.
What I have realized is not just the NPP, even in the NDC prior to 2016. A lot of them were very confident.
That's true.
And in 2024, it happened. A lot of them you speak to say, "Oh, I think you will win." Say, you are winning in your hearts.
That's true. That's true. And you see, you're so right that because of that confidence, the people that they are even supposed to cater for, they don't. They don't cater for them and thinking that, oh, we win again. Once we win again, we cater for you. Yeah. And everybody's so changed. It's true.
But we understand even in 2016 or the same thing that happened to the NDC.
Yeah. Exactly.
That some contractors that were one of the they didn't pay them, thinking that they will win the election and they got taken from them.
See, I know a lot of contractors, Charlie, who are really, really struggling. In the last 8 years, Charlie, 200 cedi cry a problem.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, Charlie, a lot of them.
I'm sure you can understand why there are red flags about MPP paying contractors. Because those contractors are aware, and the MPP as a party knows that if he leaves those debts without paying, those contractors will cry.
Yeah.
Because other contractors will need to cry. You get that point?
And
you must rise about those things.
That's the painful thing about politics in Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay, this person belongs to this faction, and so this is due me. I have worked.
Exactly.
Pay me. You say, because I belong to a certain coloring. I belong to the green wave. I belong to the blue wave. So you will not pay me. Really? Why must we get there as a country? I mean,
I agree with you and Ibrahim. I mean, when somebody works for you, the least you can do is to pay.
Exactly.
But you see, the politicians, they know the kind of people they engage as contractors.
Sure.
For example, and I mean no disrespect to her, but she's a renowned gospel musician. She has a business being a contractor.
Mabudu Enterprise.
But yeah, I know.
Gospel slave queen.
You get it. Yeah, I know she has one contract.
Yes. I don't commando them. She was contracting. Convert and then some brings. Yes. So Dana Samoa. No, in fact, everybody knows. It's Dana Samoa.
If power changes hands.
Yeah.
What would you do then?
You get it.
And the opposition. Well, now they are not the opposition. They are the incoming administration.
The party elect. Everybody wants to be elected.
The party elect will obviously not want to do business with you. And I think what happens also is that they think when they pay the contractors, they empower them to fund political parties. So then we will not pay you. You cannot fund your opponent. So
it makes the election easier for me. It's an endless cycle.
They push this narrative to the limit of absurdity. To the extent that legitimate businesses
suffer
that have been in power. In fact, some businesses have been in existence before the parties were formed. I'm telling you. But for some strange reason, they think if we don't recap that business will fund our opponent. See, the people that will fund your opponent are within your own party. The people that don't treat well, they fund your opponent. You don't know. Like
that's the reality on the ground.
It's just the people you don't treat. Sometimes the people you treat well, you want to secure their future. So they will sort you out and
they sort others out as well.
It's as simple as that.
So drop that silly narrative of if I give business to this, you fund my opponent. See, the opponent will get money regardless.
Look, NDC has been in opposition for 8 years.
The resources they had this year.
This election, they matched the incumbent boot for boot.
Exactly.
When it comes to adverts, rallies,
everything.
Even at a point when it comes to
resources,
microphone and stage beauty and everything. At the point where beating the incumbent administration.
Let's face facts. The final rallies. You think the NPP rally was that of the NDC?
Yes. The sound was bad.
This is not being political.
No.
But we're just being practical here. Sound quality. Stage crafts. See, coordination. Everything was on point.
That's true.
Flip the dial. Go to the NPP rally. My goodness.
The lighting was poor.
Sound quality.
Microphone.
The people were all over the place. They didn't seem to know what they want, whether they wanted to dance Sifia or a picket. Just say Bibia Basa. And probably it was evidence of the state of the economy. If Bibia Basa, you don't expect Bibi to pick him out. You know. Because how do you sit or how do you start on a campaign platform and sing I did not pick it when we could talk Dokuna is still 5 cedi?
Campaign now picking him. But you
see, they're picking wrongly.
I get that.
Wrong signals because the people were coming in their numbers. The people see sometimes these people massing up. They are just fascinated about the big names.
That's true.
They just want T-shirts
and the license they are getting as well.
And transport. So me coming, this is free dance.
Like we always say here, when I was a child, anytime a leader comes, whether NDC or NPP, want to be there, like we say in our balance.
That's true.
But if you misconstrue that to mean support for you,
you know.
And really, many have compared and contrasted the 2024 campaign of the NPP against previous campaigns, the song choice, even the song choice. Usually, we are a very religious country, right? Yeah. So you understand why John Mahama in 2020 wrote for a song that could even drive him to shed some tears.
I want to remember the song.
I think that one is Kufo. Yes.
That's the radical.
That's the radical side. Yes. Obama had another one. No. Had another one. Yeah. I'm sure listeners will send it.
Yeah.
And then at the point, whenever he was about to speak and didn't play, he was driven to shed some tears.
Yeah.
You think Mama just found God?
No. It was all part of the craft. There's a certain connection, right? And you had Nasi, who is much loved across all churches and all denominations, leading the charge for Mahama.
Yeah.
And even the 24-hour economy song is a gospel rendition, right? And then you go for a worldly music, not just a worldly music. Sisifia, the one who sang is a Rasta boy, and he resonates with the streets.
And you know our reservations, especially in class, with certain appearance,
exactly,
your outlook, the way you conduct yourself, you know.
Look, if somebody, it's newspaper radio still.
No, but
yeah. Look, I'm surprised. I need to choose my words well, but I'm surprised. Men, let me just use men. Men sat at the Salam Down headquarters of the NPP, took the lyrics of that song, and still okayed it to be sung on their platforms. Let's attempt breaking it. Sisifia,
that's okay enough.
One of the things we hate is arrogance.
And overt display.
You get it. So it's the last look. If you take the lyrics of Sisifia and you break it down, no serious political party has any business singing that, or a DJ. No, you singing or performing to the song. A DJ you've hired playing it under your roof. No serious party should have.
Aside Sisifia, there was another one. There's another one from Kimbaluta. That was aside there was another one. The first one that was. You know what's happening in the video with that song? Whenever he says on media platform, he says that the MVP sing amazing or Munasimu. No, about Munasimu. You see, we are defending all right, but you can't overrule gullibility sometimes. And the politicians actually play on gullibility.
Of course. Look, it's not only about your message. Around Kakra, we know it's not only about your message. It's also about the spin your opponent can put to your message. So you may have a perfect.
So you see, and
Mama will share some small. Yes, you just found God.
Mama is a real communicator.
Oh yes, he's connected with
you. See, he connected with the people. He connected with a certain religious sect.
Exactly.
Look at the meeting with the clergy. The signal is sent.
Yes.
Mabamidium. Media has accepted me. Then there was a certain Dr. Baumia who was moving around mosque and your friend is saying, sorry them, and your friend is saying so is it
was traditional worshippers. Yes. I think there was one in Usu where I think there was a certain ruler there, and he had a shrine, and said, he was going to see the people of the enclave, and he had to go there. And you see, it's not about him going there, it's about the video that was taken and how it was circulated.
And the signal that sent.
Exactly.
Because you see, you're a Muslim. I have not practiced Islam in a very long time. I'm from an Islamic background. We know how Muslims abhor certain things.
That's true.
You see, we are one people. But don't put it in my face.
Exactly. I agree. And I dare say that if there's any part that religion played in the outcome we witness, it's because of how the two parties handle themselves. See, when Muhammad did the prayer meeting with the clergy in Accra, it sent a certain shivers down the spine of the other political class. And I dare say that it pushed people to overdo things. See, what was it about? The Philadelphia and then
asking, see, you are a Muslim.
There were other even Christians who found everything wrong with it. Because see, even the Christendom,
they have
exactly
church.
Exactly.
No offense.
Oh no, and many other charismatic churches as well. Right.
People had their own reservation because of the man's pronouncements.
Exactly.
And
So go there by all means. Go there.
Yes.
Don't overdo it. Let me tell you what the Christian community did. They saw two individuals who were all of Northern extraction, right? One was a Christian, or is a Christian. The other one is a Muslim.
Yeah.
They would have wished that the Muslim stayed being Muslim.
Yeah.
The Christian stayed being Christian.
Sure.
I was a school prefect in my school. I was nominated by Christians. I was voted for by Christians. If the Muslims were voted, I would have gotten just 9 votes out of the entire school. You get the point?
Yeah.
If they will vote for me, they will vote for me regardless of religious persuasion. Don't overdo things.
Yeah.
Don't tell them, don't prove to them, don't attempt to prove to them that you are more Christian than they are.
Exactly.
They know who you are.
And a certain name, Timothy, and
I think moving forward, if Baumia is retained by the MPP, these are the things that he should be looking at.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, these are the things that he should. So the Christians were comfortable voting for Muhammad because he's a Christian.
Yeah, because he ate him.
The Muslims felt, and I'm telling you this. You see, at every point in time, I attempted, and I told you this for countless occasions. You speak to 10 Muslims, 10 Pepe, 10 Zulu people. 8 of them were still voting for Muhammad. 8 out of the 10. And they reflected at the polls. They also felt, no, I don't want my son not just going to church, but being prayed for and people placing their hands on my son, who is a Muslim, and being prayed for. No. Yes, I went to church. I've been to church before. I went to a Presbyterian church, so I joined the choir. But because my dad knew that I will not allow a pastor to lay his hands on me, he was comfortable. There was a line.
Yeah.
In the name of politics, don't cross that line.
Yeah.
Look, sometimes I don't even know why we want to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Look, the truth is that we've had MPs who have won, who are Muslims, won in areas where we had a lot of Christians.
Oh, yes.
And I'm sure there are Christians who also won elections in places where. So why do you reinvent the wheel? People are doing it already.
Yeah.
That should tell you that Ghanaians don't just choose, don't just decide because I pray or fellowship.
Yeah.
There is a lot of questions people ask before deciding on who to lead.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's a lesson. Yeah. I'm sure, like you said, if he's returning, if the vice president is returning on the ticket of the MPP, I'm sure there are lessons.
A lot of lessons.
Yeah, there are lessons in there for
because
you.
Charlie. A lot of things didn't.
So in the end, he ended up hanging. His own people didn't vote for him. Not just the Muslim, the Northern Belt didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
The Christians also didn't vote for him. So he was hanging.
Yeah. 38. 38 not picking.
I remember the first prediction from Global Info Analytics that we also were surprised at. The prediction was that he may not cross
the 40 mark.
Yeah.
And we're all surprised. Like,
yeah, because you see, I mean, it's not rocket science that a party in power will not even garner 40%.
Yeah.
It was very unrealistic.
Yeah.
Everybody thought that, I mean,
and it's your base, which is your losing base, which is 44%, 43%, or above the 40% mark.
But to say that, Charlie, and this is a huge revolt against the NPP.
Yes.
See, if for anything at all, Ghanaians have showed us that nobody can be taken for granted. We sat, how many times, Ivy, have we sat on platforms and cried about the economic crisis, the cost of
living,
See, even businesses, cost of doing business, and then began to say.
That's a question. Total VIT.
Yes.
And to many, that was the measuring rod. 2 years ago, VIT was 30,000, 30,500.
Yes.
Today it's 85,000, 90,000.
Can you imagine?
And then you go in for it for work and pay. How many years? By the time you are done, you are dead.
And see, when you are doing the work and pay, you will still have to pay school fees.
That's the point. You still have to eat.
You still have to eat. When you are going to pay school fees not $1 no. That they don't have to do any exchange.
They've still increased it.
They've increased it. When you go buy fuel, fuel price is high. Car maintenance, nebo cost. When you are buying spare parts, nebo cost.
That's the point.
Price of kenke, nebo cost. Price of gobe. Now gobe is not even normal food. It's luxury.
Yeah. So you're right.
What happened? Coffee broke man.
Yeah. See, what happened to MPP in 2024? And the same thing that happened to NDC in 2016. Just that of MPP is worse. See, in 2016, if you look at the infrastructure development, nobody will have convinced you that Mahama was going to lose. Yeah. No. And so the party was equally fixated on infrastructure development. The questions of the economy were not answered.
Thank you.
The same, Mr. Maman. Conveniently, MPP avoided answering questions on the economy.
Russia, Ukraine, COVID-19.
And I tell you why.
And COVID, look at the amount of money we got.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of money we got.
Yeah.
And still charging Ghanaians COVID levy. We're still complaining about COVID-19.
Exactly.
Russia, Ukraine, even Ukraine's economy is doing better than our economy.
That's the point.
Meanwhile, they are still being ravaged by the Russians.
Of course. The Russians are still fighting them.
Exactly. Every now and then somebody's running into a bunker.
Yeah.
Every now and then somebody's dying. Somebody's child is dead.
Yeah.
And you are far away, 50 million miles away, you're still crying over Russia, Ukraine.
And you see, there's a constant, and this is my final take on it. There's a constant in any party in power that's losing power. You find ways of taking money from people's pocket directly. So aside the element you mentioned, there was the DDEP. That took money directly from people's pockets.
And these were pensioners.
Mahama decided to take money directly from people's pockets 6 months to election by increasing utility tariffs.
Yeah.
Attempting to cancel training allowances. When you do that, people have motivation to go and vote against you rather than to go and vote for you. There were many people who lost money to the DDEP. And as we speak, people are still wanting. Others are saying that they've had to come back from retirement because what they were retiring on had been affected.
So how do you retire in peace?
That's the
you
point.
You need to work for extra cash.
That's the point. And you don't overlook this.
And to make matters worse, see, there's no job.
There
are no jobs anywhere.
Yeah.
Boys, they rely on betting small.
Yeah.
You say they tax.
Yeah, that's another thing. They are motivated to vote against
Come on!
Yeah, you have weaponized them against yourself.
Because see, they will throw figures around. We have created 4 million jobs. We have created this. But evidently, on the ground, how many jobs were?
See, and the damn guys have been doing videos. Haven't you seen them? After voting against you, they've been doing videos telling you that we want you, they listen, voted against you. Those guys usually will not vote. The day of the election, they are in a certain cafe somewhere doing their thing. But now they are motivated to go and vote against you. Because you are taking an element of livelihood away from them. Yeah.
They are betting small to make ends meet. Now you say you are taxing the bet. Now that's
the point.
And you are still taxing it. See, a lot of the decisions this government took were very insensitive to the
I agree.
Very, very insensitive. You gave us free water.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now you are taking more from us for the free water.
The
free water, how many people benefited? And for how long?
Yeah.
But you've taken so much money from us. For how many years now?
See.
Say we are in this city. When presenters and on-air people talk about it, they've been paid by the opposition. Opposition is coming on more. You government in power. How many people didn't you have?
It's that posture, every criticism part of the opposition. One of the things that I think contributed to the defeat of the NPP, now officially they've lost, so we talk about it. Their biggest message this election was free SHS.
And free SHS, or otherwise.
Yeah, or otherwise. One of the things that I think that didn't help government with regard to the free SHS is the double track system.
Well,
a lot of the parents were getting frustrated. I have an auntie who will always call me to find out if his child is telling her the truth.
Wow.
Because she expects the child to have a certain number of contact hours to be in school for a certain period. But usually the child is home No, when the child is online. Yeah. Because the child has to be home for like 2 months, go for a month and a month and a half.
I have a child who went to school.
Yes.
And the next minute, she says, "Oh,
I'm coming home.
We are vacated. Okay, fine. I'll come and pick you. When are you going to school? In 2 months?
Yeah.
Sometimes 3 months. That's young back at the university.
The first time, you know that Charlie, some 3 weeks. She'll be home for 2 weeks. The next one, 2 months. The next one, she's home for 3 months.
Yeah.
The next time, 4 months. Then the next minute, she's telling you that I'm going to write Wasi.
Yeah.
But in all of this,
as a parent,
you
ask yourself, what has that child got?
Yeah.
As my child is going out into the world, what is she going out into the world with?
Exactly. And you see,
and even some of the people in the NPP, when they ask you, how is this person? You say, the person has completed. I don't know go to school.
Exactly. No, in fact, double track, if they have stuck to the timeline, they give us 5 years. 5 years. Lily, infrastructure. What is it that infrastructure 5 years? Motorway. How many years did the Nkrumah use to build motorway? Yeah. And you get the point.
We have sample of what you're looking for.
Yes.
The schools are there. They have
expand.
They have land. It is not as though you are saying Okopa or Hinibi Chow. Even at that, you are government.
Yes, that's a point.
For crying out loud, you are government. You go to a chief and tell them that I'm going to use this for school, and you think that chief will give you the expression sillily say that I do not want that.
No.
It is to the benefit of that chief. It is a bragging right that under my tenure as a chief, this and that is what we've been able to accomplish. But nada.
In 2020, it was a campaign message. NDC said they were going to abolish double track. Fortunately, you won. In 2024, it shouldn't even be a campaign message.
But seriously. Did you check the attitude of the minister?
Yeah. He said, they are going to sack students. Can you imagine?
Talking about that, I think politicians also learn that now. We are sophisticated, Kakra. We understand. So when you look us in the face and you try and spin this spinless propaganda, people are discerning. It's not everybody who will tell you that I won't vote for you. Yeah. Usually those who are quiet.
And now the presidents are learning, but they are learning in a very bitter way. Yeah. That people and it started from the Ashanti region. See, when you mention anything in favor of NDC in Ashanti region, I'm talking about way back. You are looked at as if
you are alien.
You are an Obanji, and Nigeria will call you an Obanji, as if you are a reincarnated person or whatever.
Like you don't know what time it is.
So people will usually not talk. But after the voting at every polling station, you find some NDC votes. Right? And they kept increasing. And now they openly say it. Yeah. Now they own up to it. So there are many people, who will not even speak.
And you see, you had an interview with Muntaka.
Yes.
He mentioned that the Ashanti region is no longer the stronghold of the
NPP. He mentioned.
And this election, if this election is the numbers are anything to
go by,
he is right.
See, let me tell you, Central region, NPP has 3 seats. 3. 1 to Konomusa. 1, 2, 3. Now go to Western region. NPP has 2. Your own Western region, Lily. NPP has 2, and that 2 is in the Takoradi metropolis. Otherwise,
and I was shocked that
three Central region,
2 in Western region.
What it means is that the Central and Western region caucus can fit in a taxi. One drive. One drive. So I pay you up to drive.
You see, Upper East, Upper West, zilch, 0.
That's strange.
0.
Charlie.
And our grown interior minister. Abdul has lost his seat. Tinia, after 10 years, we knew because there was a PNC man who garnered more than 9,000 votes. And once the PNC man said he was not going again, yes, we all knew that. But now come to
and the painful thing is, even if he wins, the PNC threw their support behind the NDC.
Exactly. Come to Northeast. It's Chempe, NDC has 3, NPP 3.
Yeah.
And that is the flag bearers' home region.
Yeah.
Come to Northern region, it was 9-9. Now NDC took more seats from NPP in the Northern region. Savannah, see. So, and you come to Eastern region. It was almost 50-50. Mahama is getting 26,000 votes in Kofobia.
Region.
As for Eastern region, look, there's so much talk about Ashanti region, but I think Eastern region.
Come to Eastern region.
They the MPP shake.
It's almost 50-50.
This is the home region of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Yes.
And he's been in power for 8 years.
Exactly.
And are you saying that the people of the Eastern region were not proud that their own was on the seat of government?
They should be.
But what will make the people of the Eastern region
vote the way they voted?
Yes, it should tell you something.
Look, during this recollation, on a lighter note, there's something somebody said, and it struck me, Ivy. The person's point is that he doesn't get why the governing party is hurrying from earth to moon to ensure that they win certain seats. It's like me playing football with you, and I score you 10-0, but you are challenging the fourth goal, the sixth goal. How good will it be?
Yes. No, I get that. But I see, politically, your ability to hold on to a seat is enhanced if you are already holding on to it. So let me tell you the advantage the NEC will have in 2028. Because of the overwhelming number of seats they have, Mahama will have to stretch the resources to cover all the constituencies that they hold now, which means that development will be evenly distributed. Once you do that successfully, you have a grip, a bigger grip on that seat. Again, it's also about, see, the MPP is aware that it has lost monumentally. It has lost in a way that has never been recorded before, right? If there's a way you can salvage some seats, and that's where the vice president and then the MPP flag bearers revelation that when he decided to concede publicly, there were some party people who were against it. Their thinking was exactly what happened eventually. When he conceded defeat, the party gave up, even at the constituency level. So they felt like, okay, in some way, coalition is still being done right. If the vice president has conceded, the flag bearer has conceded, so what is there to fight for, right? Good. So it's rather than empower the NDC.
As a political watcher, do you think that was too early?
For his political career, it's a master stroke. For Bamia's political career, it's a master stroke. He's getting all the accolades for it because there was tension in the system, right? But it's at the expense of the MPP as a party. Yes. In fact, these fights, they are fighting over 9 seats. Those seats will have been quietly declared whether in favor of NDC or MPP without any disruption.
I've been not to cut you, but I've listened to the Subin MP, regional MP, and his point is simple. He doesn't think the NPP went into this election with a party. I agree. A formidable party, irrespective of the fact that your flag bearer conceded at the constituency level, at the regional level, ward level, organization level. I get it will take something.
No, I get you.
It will chip something away.
No, I get
if you have the system working, they will be focused to the extent that, of course, even if NDC will use that as a motivation to win seat that or really they wouldn't have won. Wouldn't be on this last.
I get
it. That is what happened. So some feel that, look, that is what money does to a party. You know, we've had this conversation about NDC.
They all clap for the cash.
We've had that when Ofosu Ampofo was director of election and Kofi Annan was in charge of Mohammed's campaign. Similar things happen. It's not everything that it's in the public domain. Understand how the party was left to run by itself, and the government machinery
was running the campaign.
You get it, but trust me, government machinery can't substitute a political campaign. There are limitations.
Government machinery will end at the doorstep of government functionaries. Government functionaries are not necessarily party functionaries. See, like I said, there are party people who suffer in opposition much more than government people, because government people, they are secure. Many of them, the wise ones are secure, right? It's investment, you undertake investment. If it's private business, you open it, you do. And you see?
And they have social capital.
They took care of the NDC guys in opposition. The NDC guys will take care of them. That's what the people listening to us don't know.
A lot of them are very fine. A lot of them. They'll be living lavishly that they
that's the thing.
That video that was taken here, Sam George. I think Sam George said something that it may be on the lighter, but it happens.
No, that's true.
And see, there are a lot of people in the NPP who funded party campaigns of the NDC.
Especially at the parliamentary level.
Before
the national elections.
The national elections.
That's true.
See, a lot of NPP folks sponsored them.
Let me tell you this, and you know this, and I'm sure viewers and listeners know this. A certain youth organizer of a certain opposition party then, we are told of who bought that person his first plate.
Thank you.
And that person is from the other party. You get it? So it is wash this hand.
Oh
yeah.
Wash this hand.
Yeah.
Simple.
The only time that the party and the friendship cannot save you is when you have squandered public resources.
Exactly.
And then it is also a political capital on the part of the party that's coming. For that one there, nobody can save you. If you are a candidate to appear before ORA, if you are to undertake any oral service, for that one there, no friendship, no friendship.
I'm talking about oral, like the chief. There's a chief.
There's no chief.
Does he have a personal proof?
I think it does.
I think it's a personal vendetta. Because it's an regional chief.
I read the story.
Yeah.
Then I had to go back and look at something.
I watched the video and I was like, that's a very bold one.
Yeah. But see, that's the point. Even when we didn't know that MPP was going to lose, he made similar pronouncements.
He's been on.
Yes, and then so this one is even milder because this one he knows that they can't give him focus.
Yeah. You see, maybe to you know they consult the oracle.
Yeah.
He had seen ahead of time that Charlie, even if I talk whatever, they can't do focus.
Because this is the same agenda there.
Anyway, let's quickly look at what the portals are reporting, and then we can head to court. StarFM.com.gh says Samuel Inkum granted 100,000 CDs bail over alleged visa fraud. 7,000 to me.
No, so what's that story about? He's into visa racketeering, like Ajide or something.
I mean, Captain is here.
Yes, really. Nice to see you.
I know.
How have you been?
Oh, I was chilling small.
Rich auntie.
Inkum supporters are waiting for the details. No, they are here changing people's entries.
They have to know because they have to. You know, after football, someone Inkum has been in some businesses, and we are being told by the matter before the court that he owns some travel and tour agencies, and he's been convincing people that he's able. He's been convincing people that he's able to get them visas to travel out of the country, and you know he's also a football agent. He deal with football players. So some people did express interest in the whole matter, and so one person that he was able to convince managed to give him $3,500 to secure him a visa in the Netherlands. After paying the money, the visa had not come. Pay me my money has become an issue. As far back as in January, that was when the matter.
If you have that money, why don't you go through the normal process?
The matter went to the police, and then he was arrested. One of the police had, but that one was on the quiet. So it was in December that he was arraigned. Earlier in December, he was arraigned. He pleaded not guilty. Granted 50,000 Ghana cedi bail.
What does that mean?
He has.
Is he going to pay?
No.
So his sureties.
The bail is to ensure that he appears in court anytime the matter comes up. But in relation to that $3,500, he's paid 7,000 out of it. So it's left with a balance of around 25,000 Ghana cedi that he has to pay.
25,000 Ghana cedi pay.
Then a few weeks after, the latest complainant also surfaced.
Another one. It's another one.
And this one,
my junior.
Now the whole campaign has gone to the court.
So in relation to this one, the sum is $4,000.
Hey.
Charlie, I want one.
No, he's a footballer.
Yeah.
He was trying to play sometime in the US.
Even for us as journalists, how much is
we have social capital to be able to win.
It tells you the kind of things that are happening. So another complainant also comes out and said that a similar thing was made on her, and then he managed to give that money, and then in her case, he wanted a visa to the United States, Canada, and that has also become an issue. As it stands, it's been an allegation. So
I worry for our former footballers because just recently, this guy, Prince Tebo, was also arrested over a certain car deal. You understand? He promised the former assistant coach, George Boateng, that he will sell a certain vehicle.
That case is still in court.
So our former footballers,
it's his future plans.
Yeah.
A lot of, and see, over the weekend there was the 1 week of Little Mercy. Of Etheria.
Yes.
He brought back a lot of things that we've spoken about over the period.
Was she the one you met the last time that you couldn't mention her name? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Immediately you see that lady, then Kwame
Yeah. See, like a lot of these people entertained us. But to what extent?
Yeah. When the cameras are off.
When the cameras go off, what happens to them?
Yeah.
And see, this industry, after 10 years, after 15
years,
you
lose relevance.
You lose relevance. And then what?
Especially our footballers. You know that our footballers can actually be in the limelight maximum 5 years.
Yes.
Because of the age cheating. No, especially outside. See, the day are you and Jordan are you have been in the limelight for a long while because of where they were born. You could not cheat. Right down here. How many years was machination? You got the point, right?
Something.
Yeah, but he has been smart. We told him he was taking Sporty TV, right? So he has been smart.
Also pursuing, I think, the UEFA line.
Yes. I think they should take to that. They should take to those things. Otherwise, you become a visa racketeer, you become a car dealer, and then what have you?
And you see, sometimes to. I was listening to a psychologist and he says a lot of things go through their mind because first of all, you are a poster boy. People look at you. You have money. Even with those who have been able to invest successfully, they still are okay financially. But sometimes they still want to catch the eye of the public. Which sometimes, if you're not playing anymore, then you have to be engaged in a certain venture. That can be, you get it. And usually that is where they get it wrong.
They can't maintain their lifestyle. You see, just know that times have changed. So then we'll step down. Your lifestyle is basic.
We are told some just move around with musicians. Just for that clout. And you are going to spend. The musician is not going to spend. So how long can you keep up that appearance?
But you should also know that your period of engaging with the public is when you are playing. Right?
That's it.
Yes.
So those who have accepted that fact, okay, somebody like can say,
that's it.
You should know that you are performing.
When you go to
a lot of them chase clout, like people said. A lot of them, for them, they feel that, people, when you go to places, people should know you. See, when I go to buy my cocoa or I buy my wachi, and somebody says, Lily, the way I say, I always say that, even though I'm in your faces, I'm on TV, I'm on radio, you hear my voice.
You are like them.
I want to be a normal me. I want to be able to go to my market on Sunday. You are like Natalia.
Natalia said a similar story.
I want to see. I want to
what it brings to you.
See, when I go to my hometown, they want to treat you in a different way. And I don't want that. I want to be able to go and sort out soya bean. You know, my grandmother somewhere in Urianga is molding her dawa. And I want to be able to. But when you go and squash it,
I'll do it for you. It comes to the office you occupy. See, step up here. Step up. The way he squandered resources, because it was supposed to be a partnership, right? He sank in all
8 million. That's what we were told. That $8 million.
And then his partner decided to mess him up.
You need to be strong in that situation to be able to survive.
Tony Abbas started Ebola. At least there was something to point to. For Abedi Pele, yes, he invested in his children.
Enanya.
Yes. And many other, infrastructure. By way of office complexes and what have you, right? That's it. Sami Kufuor, yes. But you see, lessons must be learned. The footballers must know that. Not just investment too. Feasible investments that are viable. Seek help if you need to.
It's someone's job too.
Yeah.
You can pay somebody. I don't know why people see you that.
Somebody is just like
consultancy.
Just the poster boy.
Yeah.
They have a lot of people behind them.
Yeah.
You consult somebody to do this for you, to do that for you, to do. But here, 1,000. And you see, sometimes beyond the footballers, even those of us in the arts and entertainment industry, how much is the money that you have to go and pay a consultant?
That's the point. You don't earn much. And but see, unfortunately, the creatives, and includes journalism, our fraternity, we dwell so much on the social capital.
Yes.
So you need something, somebody comes to your rescue. You are there, somebody sends you money. You need a car, somebody buys it for you.
On your own, what can you do?
You get it? Forgetting that social capital is there because Lily, you are there, the microphone is active. You will speak to former journalists. They will tell you that the people who are their beck and call, who were calling them constantly to ask them to do this, that for them, because they are no longer accessible in the media space.
That's to their benefits.
That's the point.
So,
Once they don't have a use for you, they discard you like that.
Yes.
And that's the thing. You can't invest social capital.
Yes.
You cannot invest. You cannot go and buy shares with social capital.
No.
That's the point. So that's where the challenge is. So when you are active, yes, you are good. You are well and good. But when you become inactive, that's where the reality dawns on.
I was listening to a story by Wakasu, Wakasu, where he was narrating a story about a watch that he used to wear. Anytime they move around, the day you is having an expensive watch and all that. And I'll watch your own sister. I'll say, I can't buy this watch. They say, I'll buy you. I say, still now they did in the car watch because he think that there are much more things that he feel that he can invest in.
Rather than just buy the blinks.
You are a star, so you should be wearing the expensive watch and all
and
that.
I think that is also the problem.
Yes, people want to impress.
We have sometimes saying it is not even about the impression. It is about the pressure.
Yeah.
Because see, your compatriots will be driving certain cars.
Exactly.
Will be living certain lifestyles.
Yeah.
Now, dear, but meanwhile, your
your immediate circle, your family will tag you a failure. That's the point. It is what it is.
That is the point I was coming to. Your family, your friends, the people around you say, hey, as I know they're on board.
Exactly. Or they're back crime and help.
Yes. So you also want to feel like, I belong.
You have no idea how those people manage to get what.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
People will want to associate with you because
of what you.
Of look and feel. Of what you put out there.
Yeah.
They'll push you into the ditch and then
thank you. And then they'll leave you.
They'll leave you there.
That's the problem.
The rest of the story.
Yes. Don't tell anybody to carry your head for you. Carry your own head.
What is it? Former U.S. President Jimmy Carter dies at 100. I just want to.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter. I think it's been coming for a while now.
Yeah. But he's really enjoyed life.
Oh yeah. We really benefited from him.
So thanks to him, I mean, Guinea Worm and all those things. His foundation played a key role in that.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
thank you, sir. All right.
Thank you.
Rest well.
And finally, a U.S. president, we can point to something that has been beneficial to us about.
But there's George Walker Bush.
Yeah, he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Even now, I didn't contact for us.
Apple West Chiefs call on Mahama to retain Bagby.
The agenda is agenda.
What did I say? Your new director does not to comply with service instructions, police officers to court. Hey.
It's something we'll explore. They are all happening in the police service. We'll explore
it is not.
Yeah.
You see, if everything happening at the police service, if you take it on the face
value,
you have your finger.
When you read the document covering this very case, there's an interesting case that they have before the court, and in the coming days we'll see what the court will be saying. So that because the officers involved, 11 of them have been on interdiction because of a certain signal that they have to comply with. And then they made a point. At this particular point in time, still as an allegation, they are alleged. Part of their statement of case put and attach the case that they have filed at the court. So in the coming days, we'll get to see what will happen really in court.
A few more. what we spoke about. The Chiefs won't tolerate another Akufo-Addo's presidency.
When told them to get up, why didn't they insist on remaining in their seat?
Kusasi's Anna Overlord with historic statue ahead of Samampede Festival. Samampede is tomorrow.
Tell us more about that.
We love him. We love.
Samampede is a festival celebrated in Boko.
Every year. And it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Like the last day of the
we won't allow you to do. You have to work. You have to work.
If I go, it means that 4 weeks.
No, we won't allow you.
It's not 1 more week.
That's nice. That's nice.
Congratulations to him. I mean, he served his people well.
And may peace forever reign there. May peace forever reign there, to be honest.
You know, I mean, it's an indication that the Kusasi say, listen,
whether
people like it or not, this is who we have as our chief, right?
And to be honest with you, I'm sure in doing introspection, one of the things this administration got wrong will be how we handle the Boko issue.
Absolutely.
There's never been any police station anywhere where one of the leading flag bearers, both NDC and PP, gets 0. But there were about 20 police stations in Boko where Brahmi had 0.
0.
I'm telling you, 0.
And there was a poll by Adam Buda, right?
Yeah, about it.
And a lot of, you see, I think politicians need to really sit down, reflect, do a lot of introspection about polls.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the polls, I mean, aside the
politically sponsored ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those ones, I mean, we knew where they were headed.
Yeah.
But the polls that were conducted, more than half of them predicted for the NDC.
So I think that,
and they were right.
Ghanaians have shown a certain posture, a certain character that they decide on where they want to belong, even way before elections are. Way before. Look at situations.
See,
at the point
this 2024 election, by March, a lot of people knew it.
I was listening
didn't we know where it was going? I mean, even before the beginning of 2024.
Things were clear.
Look, as far back as 2022, Ghanaians have made their minds already.
Exactly.
And it wasn't wrong. The outcome of the election.
The party lost the election 2 years ago.
Happened just 3 or few days to the election.
No. People had made up their minds. You cannot subject people to suffering and expect that, in 2 days you give them some money to lick and then it will change. No. You see, now people do a lot of thinking that, okay, if I have suffered for 4 years, what is the guarantee that 1 week now you're giving me respect?
That respect will last enough.
People stop complaining about people giving them money and all. They will take the money and they will still do what they want to do.
They will still vote against you.
I want to say politicians and how they deal with polls. You see, polls are polls. It's not the actual results you're going to get on election. So instead of becoming apprehensive and talking down and even attacking the pollsters, why don't you receive the polls and do your own analysis? I listened to Baba Sadek. I was so central is still in contention. But there's something he said in an interview, and Okankwe Central. There's something he said in an interview, and I'm beginning to like him. He says when Musa Dankwa's polls came out, the Global Info Analytics polls, he was losing, he was trailing. Then he decided to get the full copy of the poll. You know, the full copy will have the polling stations, the electoral areas. That will be in details. So he said he got that. Then he realized that, okay, this electoral area, I'm not doing well, so I need to beef up my campaign. He says he did that. And that is what, because imagine if the gap was wide. I mean, Okankwe Central wouldn't be something that we'll be talking about today. But the fact that he was able to give, and that's a safe seat for the MPP. But the fact that we are still talking about Okankwe Central on the 30th of December.
It means there's something that Baba Sadiq did.
It's all about
he appreciated something and did something different. We see politicians. They sometimes think that they are a repository of knowledge.
Yeah, they are quick to rubbish things that are not in their favor and appreciate.
Do you know how many years I've been doing politics?
Do you know how
my darling, politics changes with time.
Do you know how you are able to get it right? When you humble yourself.
True.
It's always the passage, the channel with which you can get it. Like you mentioned,
and even the Bible says, pride goes before the fall.
Yes, and the way he spoke, you notice that this is somebody who really understand what he wants to do, and he appreciated the system. Like, look, if I want to be this is what I want to do, and he stayed humble, went in there for the information and acted upon. And
so instead of being quick to rubbish polls, just study it
and questioning methodology.
For Christ's sake. There are certain critical questions that when you ask about polls, we all know where you're coming from and it may be genuine. But there are certain, if you outrightly rubbish it, then you have yourself to blame if indeed those projections come to turn out true.
Data collection is not.
It's a science.
It's not political talk.
Yeah.
It is not coming to talk about your friend is saying, oh, this person is doing this person is doing that, we have constructed ABC. No, it is data collection. It is not your friend is saying political talk.
Let me tell you something that I've observed. I think that politicians in our part of the world, they see polls as a morale boosting thing. So they feel that, oh, we need to boost the morale of our supporters. But when this poll says we are losing, no, we need to counter it. They need to start seeing it as a research document that can also help them improve their campaign.
True.
Another thing is that it's also a money raising tool. They use it to seek for campaign funding. Nobody wants to sponsor a losing party. So when all the polls are saying you are losing, your money is diminishing. Right? So you need to quickly go and sponsor somebody to counter it and then say, Charlie, bring the money. We are winning. Okay, so sitting in this room, don't come in every round. We can't guarantee safety of electoral officers. NDC. No, there's not something to say. No. And it's coming from the Greater Accra Regional Organizer, Anthony Nupenu.
See, calm down.
Yeah, you can't say. Yeah. See, you want that police station. Regardless of the apprehension you have with the decision with the EC, go to that police station. Get it done. Get it done.
Especially now that you've won the president.
Exactly. Momentum is on your side.
People want to.
They will even decide. They might not have even voted for you, but they might even decide to vote for you.
Oh yes. See, you saw what happened in Asen North. When they felt that equation was being unfairly treated. You saw. Yeah. That's the point.
I don't know. What was the vote margin between the by-election and this one?
No, in fact, the by-election and then this one, I think by way of percentage, the equation was went up a little.
In the main election.
In the main election, a little,
Yeah, because main election, I mean, there's euphoria, then people are more.
So the other headlines here: election 2024, prosecute looters, vandals, Stephen Wengham to law enforcers, and 10 police officers sue to block transfers by IGP. ADB justifies $750,000 contract renewal. As Ablakwa, the official endorsed that there is a contract that has just been signed by the ADB, and the demand is that the whole amount is paid upfront. Gunda is a wedding ceremony in Anamasi.
Yeah, I think I heard
that. A wedding ceremony?
Yeah. It's a terrible thing. But you see, because you've been through this, is it true that you guys are under intense pressure, right? During weddings, like especially the men, like there's pressure on you, pressure about probably uncertainty, pressure about.
It's about mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more about mindset. There are people who feel pressure in everything they do.
Yeah.
They're pressured.
Yeah.
They feel that anxiety and everything. There are people who feel that I've done the preparations. If it happens and it's fine.
Unless of course you have some other issues behind that.
Underlying condition, but basically, you can't just die like that. There must always be an underlying condition, unless you are not by a car. Even that.
He may have his own health issue.
Yeah.
I don't think it has to do with the pressure that comes.
It also brings to bear a lack of attention to our health.
Exactly.
We pay little attention to our health unless we have.
Unless it's an emergency.
An emergency. Unless maybe something happens. And then you're experiencing headache. I mean days. Then you immediately want to, because see, once you experience headache now, the first thing you are thinking about is getting a paracetamol. but maybe it is.
It's a sign to a bigger thing.
Yeah, you're treating a symptom.
It is a trigger for you to visit a health facility.
Yeah.
And we're all guilty.
Look, I got this rude awakening when I was an intern some years ago, and I had an issue with my eye, left eye. Like I was seeing things in a blurry way. It happened on a Monday. I sat through and went to the hospital on a Saturday. The way the optometrist scolded me, like she scolded me. That do I think that if I go blind, the company will fold up? Do I think if I go blind? Like she made me understand that at a point you choose yourself over
every other thing. See, once you are not healthy, how are you going to be productive?
Yes. That's why you will be productive when you are healthy.
This job, I once had a boss who went to hospital today. And after going through the processes and the diagnosis and everything, he was told that if he had come tomorrow, he would have been dead. Yeah. I'm telling you this. If he had come tomorrow, he would have been dead. Yeah. And that was also a rude awakening to the person. He said, "Oh, really? Because this is a person who sleeps in the office in the name of work."
Same. I was a production assistant for somebody. Yeah. We all came to work on a Saturday. He said, "Oh, he's not feeling too well. He wants to go to 37." Yeah. When he went to 37, he couldn't drive back. Wow. His wife had to pick the car, and he had to be at the hospital for like 4 days. Wow. So sometimes you feel you are well. But sometimes just listen to your system.
See, talking about the checks and what have you. You see, the churches and the religious organizations will say that they will check the lady for pregnancy, go and check whether you are A negative, A positive. I think what they don't do is the general health check for the bride and the groom.
Yes, we do.
Okay, that's great.
We check your pressure.
Yeah, that should be good because this gentleman ought to have gotten at least signal that something was wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway. City verified, of course, for this video making rounds about Akufo-Addo going to Nyawo Clinic. That was 2019, way back.
Yeah. Are we still on this?
Yeah, they are selling it again.
Are we still on this?
Making rounds.
Who is ill and who is not ill?
Yeah.
So, Master, let's make progress.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter ready.
Oh, yeah, 100 years. Yeah. Anyway, Benchi, please gun down suspected armed robber and Atimusium Continue. We pray we don't get another Akufo-Addo as president again.
You go back to the headline. Just still Atimusium.
Yeah. Mahama has come to rescue Ghana from looters. Atimusium Continue. UPSA hasn't been served any rate registrar. You see, UPSA is playing some games here. With the investiture of the new vice chancellor. The chancellor himself did not go, because he had gotten notice of this rate that had been filed and then served on the school. But of course, I'm sure the courts have ways of dealing with this, so that's no problem. MPs elect whose results were quashed are not eligible to be sworn in. That's according to Bagman. Yes, so...
This Bagman matter, where really do we stand? Because we know Babin will not, as we speak, he's not going to be, he's not the speaker for the 9th parliament.
You mean he may not
be? He may not be. So as we speak, okay, he may not be. Let me use that word very carefully. And so to say that person will not be sworn in by me, what was he trying to say?
Yes, so he would have used a conditional verb. If. Absolutely. If I'm the speaker. Or the speaker will not, then you're talking about the office.
Without personalizing it.
But then once you personalize it, it tells you that maybe he's been informed that he'll be speaker in the 9th parliament. Because he was speaking to NDC people. Some PLA and Co had gone there. And even there, they had told the party not to dare. Not to dare change him. So probably it was out of that. But yes, I still agree, and I still insist that he could have avoided personalizing that.
Do you know what he has done?
It's made it more difficult for anybody else to be chosen, right?
That's one. The other thing is that obviously the next Speaker of Parliament will be an NDC member. Yeah, obviously. What Bagman has done is to put the person in a tight corner. Are you going to swear these people in or not? If you are you going to appease our fan base? So you mean he has boxed the next speaker if he's not selected as the speaker.
But I think what will happen is, and that's exactly what will happen, with the directive that they should return to the High Court on 31st. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow. There will be a finality to this. Regardless, there is this assurance that all these matters will be resolved before January 6th. But you see, that is what is within the bosom of the EC. Others have triggered other court processes, and you don't know what the implications will be. So for instance, Pandai, the gentleman, even after the Gazette, the gentleman has gone to court. But that one is a litigation. It's a parliamentary election litigation. Yeah. That's it. But you see, aside that, the injunction, the Supreme injunction is fresh on our minds. And how each speaker treats settings are differently. You cannot say that how it was treated the last time will be the same way it will be treated. So all that people need to do is go to court, secure an injunction, and it's a different ballgame altogether. But the point is, are we really going to bring into being this 9th Parliament in the same acrimonious way we did for the 8th Parliament, when the numbers are so overwhelming that we don't even need this? See, there are MPs who sleep home and never go to work. Nobody will realize that they've never gone to work. That's the point. In the 7th Parliament, there was an MP who was mentally deranged. He was in South Africa for 3 years for treatment. Nobody knew. Former MP for Samanke said, that's up Lower West Akim. Nobody knew, because numbers were never a matter for contention.
That was sufficient grounds for a by-election.
Oh yes, it was. It was.
You push for a by-election where you don't need it.
You don't need it. Yes.
So the only reason the numbers have become very necessary these days is because of the hang parliament.
Oh yeah.
Once you don't require anybody's support.
And see, in the 9th Parliament, there will be some NPP MPs who will not even go to Parliament.
Of course.
Who will not realize it.
Of course. The party will not need numbers for anything.
But there's one MP that I know will be there for your market. Alright, let me quickly take you through Ghana Web before we move. Dom Kwabenya rerun. We can't assure safety of electoral officers. NDC. Kusi Boateng is not.
Please don't.
A fake prophet.
Please don't come in for. We will not go and vote. That's your position. Yes. My MP has put thank you. Don't come in.
Also, his constituency has been decided. It has been decided. The Central, we are still on. We are here.
My MP has beautifully put thank you. Don't come in. You say what? Check.
But see, her campaign message will be a simple one. Make sure this thank you doesn't change.
Don't change the thank you.
Don't change the thank you.
Alright, so on Ghana Web, the last headlines here: outgoing the Kufuor government performed better in 10 out of 13 key areas. But you guys didn't react to this. Kusi Boateng is not a fake prophet.
Which of his prophecies came to pass?
I'm coming. Kusi Boateng is not a fake prophet. I made a covenant with God to overturn his prophecy according to. No. Oh, guess who? Beduko.
Beduko. Okay. Yeah, but I've seen him lament and share the stories about the ordeal he went through. Because he's one of the perceived NDC pastors. And he started warning Sami Jemfi. You know, I think he's not on good terms with Usubempa. Right? So he said Sami Jemfi has quickly gone to Usubempa to tell him, you should stop that. You should stop that. If Sami Jemfi knows what Usubempa caused this government to do to him, I said, oh, Charlie, so now the pastors are all taking positions.
Charlie.
Now we have NDC pastors, and then I've heard of before.
The pastors and prophets, they campaign more than the prophets.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
This time around,
they did.
It was very open.
I've heard of before. Say, some time back, that after he said what he says, he's asking the flock whether the flock fears for him, and he's not scared. Hey, Charlie. Anyway, let's see how it pans out. So that's it for now, right? Yeah. So Lily, I'm sure that's it. I will leave you in the hands of the legal man.
Captain.
We are taking you through all that happened on Friday. And then today, for somebody who's we have already spoken about it. So that's also one thing that we should look out for today.